Yeah, so just having a bit of a chill out here with a glass of wine. I hope you don't mind. Um, I tend to find, although I absolutely love my job, playing for weddings and events, it is really, really tiring. So I like nothing better than when I finish to have a little glass of wine. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what I've been doing. So today I've been playing for a wedding, and it was a beautiful wedding at a lovely hotel. I played for the ceremony, for the drinks reception, and also for the wedding breakfast. I offer a package where I play for the full daytime part of your wedding, and that's one of my most popular packages. So I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about how that goes and what happens when you book a harpist for your wedding. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a little sip. So today I started off by playing for the ceremony. So what generally happens is I arrive really well in time, so about an hour and a half before the time I need to start playing. I liaise with the staff at the hotel and they help me get my stuff in, my heavy harp and so on. I get it set up in the room. Now I've got a really, really beautiful glossy black harp, and it has sort of gold inlay and gold all along the top of it, and it does look really beautiful. So once we've got that set up in the room, it looks fantastic. Of course, there's some issues with tuning, so I'll then tune the harp, and then I usually get changed into something suitable, like a sort of a black dress or a coloured dress, and very often I'll sort of fit in with the colours. So some brides like to choose pastel colours like pinks, and other times people choose things like a navy blue or a darker colour or a gold. And so that's something I try to make sure that with my costume and with what I'm wearing, I'm toning in with all of that so that the harp looks absolutely beautiful to begin with. And then I will start to play as the guests first come into the room. So usually what happens is the groom will talk to the registrars, and after that's been done and they've gone through those formalities, then the guests are usually invited into the room. At that point I'm already set up and I'm ready to play from the entry of the first guest into the ceremony room, so that the guest's first impression is of them being serenaded into the room by a harpist. And of course this creates the most wonderful impression, really setting the scene for a very special event. Then of course the most exciting part of the whole ceremony is when the bridal party enters, and of course the bride herself. In most civil ceremonies, it tends to be that the bridesmaids and the other members of the bridal party will come in first, and then the bride herself comes in afterwards. You can organise it however you want, that's fine. So I play special music for the entry of the bride, and of course there's lots of pieces that are absolutely beautiful for this and work really well. Some of the popular classics are things like Canon in D, Here Comes the Bride, which is known as the Bridal March by Wagner. And also, because I have such a huge repertoire of modern songs, able to offer harp arrangements of modern songs as well. And I do also have a service as a vocalist, because I'm an experienced vocalist, so I can also provide the harp music with a vocal as well, if that's what you want. But I've had some brides that have come into Fields of Gold by Eva Cassidy. I've had brides that have come into You've Got the Love by Florence and the Machine, as well as classical stuff. So there is a huge range, and my repertoire list has got an absolutely massive range of music on there. Then just continuing with the ceremony, obviously there are the important vows that the bride and groom will do, and then when it comes to signing of the register, I'll provide some lovely background music for that, and then obviously I play the bride and groom out to something beautiful and ceremonial as they're going out the room. Again, that can be something very traditional and classical, or it can be something modern. So I would really, really heartily recommend the harp for a wedding ceremony. I think it just looks amazing. It sets the scene of being the most romantic instrument, the most beautiful instrument, and quite honestly, it has the most beautiful ethereal sound. So if a bride...
Sorry. I don't know why I did that.